Captain Shark, the owner of OK Captain.
She always rushes through her interviews. She's so impatient. And if you're not saying something in your response, even though the question that she was asking was try to trigger something in your response that could actually keep her attention span, I don't want to be insulting, but you can measure this. All the responses people give that are extremely important to them, yeah, 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 yeah. She'll finish. She'll respond with it. Yeah. I'm not doing it the way she's doing it, but after their important response, and then she'll pop the next question right away and see if the next one will get something to, to entertain her attention span. So for me, I'd refuse her being the one that interviews me. There's a few CBC regular programs that I listen to where there are people that I would want, and that makes a difference, right? I mean, if you're being interviewed for something that is meaningful to you, you deserve somebody that can match the compassion at least partially. So here's one way to measure this. Like the Prince Rupert Port Authority mentioned, that they're doing things that will help all Canadians prosper, the prosperity of all Canadians. Now, of course, this can't even be measured in Prince Rupert where they are. So again, you have to reframe. What do you mean by all Canadians? So does that mean that the Port Authority of Prince Rupert will build homes for people who are evacuated from their homes that burned down? A lot to do with fossil fuel industry. And you will house them until their house is rebuilt, which for them is often never going to happen. If you kind of look at the history in the last 5 years of cities that were impacted, having to deal with insurance and waiting for help from the government that never comes. So, there's a lot of BS, right? A lot of redneckism is we'll send a lot of beaver shite your way, right? Industry does this, capitalists. And we'll only hire our familiars, a lot of nepotism, to kind of regurgitate this more and more, that eventually people don't even have the ability to realize. You need critical thinking skills to realize, but that they're just kind of living in a fictional world, right, that capitalists feed them. So Prince Rupert Port Authority. So prove to me that all the great prosperity you're going to spread through Canadians, or even British Columbians, with the ones that are going back to places where, a year later, check to see if it's rebuilt, right? And will you kind of pay for some of your staff to leave your industries to go help build their houses when they can't even find people to do it, when the insurance companies do pay, and when, if ever, is Prince Rupert Port Authority, you say this will benefit all Canadians. Show us. You'll make so much money and you want to spread it around among Canadians. Start by succeeding at all Canadians in Prince Rupert, then move on, and you won't. But you could blend at the same time, succeeding with other British Columbians, and build housing for refugees of climate emergency catastrophes, and we'll have plenty in BC. Okay, and don't ask me about an earthquake. How you guys have planned for what to do with all Canadians when an earthquake hits the West Coast. So you have not planned for that. You have not put money aside for that. Capitalism doesn't put money aside for all Canadians, and you're a great example of that, right? The industries. Now, I should actually share this also with CN Rail and Alicon, the post that I put for your attention. So prove it to us by actually building something here and then inviting these other Canadians that benefit from these industries, and actually make it that we'll host them and then we'll hear their stories, and then, ooh, that's scary for you because then we might not support fossil fuel industry anymore.